Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an ELC AMX or AMX ELC, depending on which way or when you joined World of Tanks. And this one is a tier 5 French light tank located on the south spawn of Malinovka under the command of the Elirox. Game started. Well, game started and he's not going to the usual spotting bush. No, Elirox is actually well aware that that bush is forbidden. And now which bush are we talking about? Well, it's the one over there. I'm pointing at it. If you go to that one, you're going to get hit by an Arty. And I can tell you that because I target that bush every time the game starts. And the reason is because if somebody goes to that bush, they're going to get hit, and badly. Well, he's located himself in this nice little spotting bush here. And he's working his way into the bush so he can't be seen, even if the enemy goes past him. And there are some tanks going past him right now. They don't know he's here. He's invisible to them. He's already managed to spot a huge number of the enemy, and he's still spotting them. I think there's definitely some medals in it for him. I even think that there was a shell just tried to blind fire him and failed. So I suspect that they know that somebody went into that bush, but they don't know who. But his sixth sense didn't go off, so maybe they didn't spot him. But of course, he's lighting up all of these tanks to his teammates. He's already picked up 737 hit points of spotting assist. There's an M4 moving in the back there, coming down south. He's getting close to the river. He's now up to 956 hit points of spotting assist, and there's his opposite number, the AMX ELC. Now this French light tank was actually designed as an airborne tank to be used by the French military whenever they had to fly troops to Africa, to colonial areas. And so it's actually a very light tank that can be loaded into an aircraft. Carries only 2 crew, the commander, who's also the gunner, and a driver. Now, some players have actually specialised in playing the AMX ELC with its 90mm gun. In fact, there's one Korean gentleman, and I won't try to pronounce his name because I wouldn't want to upset him by getting it wrong. But that gentleman has literally hundreds of thousands of games in the ELC AMX because he's been in the game for quite some time, and he is a real expert. Now that M4 popping up to have a look, and he's got 2 marks on his barrel as well, and he just took a hit and now he's dead. Elirox has managed to get 1,511 hit points of spotting assist. The ELC's dead. That M3's not going to last very long. He's gone. So they've got a 5 tank advantage now from Elirox sitting in a bush right in the middle of the field. And because he's not in the usual spotting bush, he's not going to get blind fired. If you look towards the lake, you can see there's an M4A3E2. There he is. And he's just sitting there. That's the Super Jumbo, the assault version of the M4. And there's a Hetzer. He's lighting it up and requesting fire. And he fires in and tries to get a kill himself. He's double bush, but he was spotted. And he's going to have to move now. He's got no choice. He will attract fire. But he's gone to the riverside. Dipping down. Yep. Whoa. You can see he's got 2 marks on his barrel as well. Now this little tank used to be very, very fast, but it got nerfed, I'm afraid, in 1.0, and so it's not as fast as it used to be. And I think we can see that he's actually using the 75mm gun, which is the one that will turn all the way around. The turret will go the whole way around. 90mm will not turn the whole way. And ooh, now we just lost our KV-1, and he was taken out by a Jackson. This is a tier 6 game. The Jackson is a tier 6 tank destroyer, and we're only a tier 5 light, but we are very stealthy. We were only spotted when we actually fired, so Yep, we're creeping up on that Hetzer. There he is. Oh, we only got the front of him. And he's now dead. We got the spotting assist off him. We're up to 1,969 hit points of spotting assist. There's the Jackson. Now, we could probably hit him with a shot from here. And since we are double bushed, I think, or are we double bushed? No, we're only single bushed. So he might spot us, but the Jackson's dead. And we picked up a nice bit of hit points off that. 2559. So our spotting assist is certainly working out very well. In fact, I think we're probably going to end up with not just one spotting medal, the spotting badge, but we might end up with some more, such as the patrol duty or even maybe the scout. Okay, well, can we find the enemy Arty? Is he in here somewhere? We can certainly see a P-43 up on the hill. Or we did for a short while. There he is. And we weren't spotted. And we got the kill! That's our first kill. Now, can we get the kill on that T-34? Yes, one hit in. It's going to take at least 3 hits to take him out. Remember, it's only 110 alpha, I think, for the gun. Yep, there we go, 110. He's being careful not to knock any trees down because that will show up at long range. See a tree go down, you know somebody's there. Okay, he's crept as close as he can. The Arty must be the north side of this area. T-34 has been killed. Our Super Jumbo got him. Okay, now where is he? Only 2 enemies left. There's Super Jumbo and the enemy Arty, which is the SU-5, and there he is! We've auto-aimed on. Oh, and we don't get the kill. The kill's taken by the E2, but the good news is that that is the end of the game. We did pick up the spotting at least. 2,719. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Elirox in the AMX ELC bis. He did pick up the Holy Trinity. He got the spotting badge, the patrol GT, and the scout badge because he went to an unusual bush right in the middle of the field and sort of like secreted himself into his cover. Nobody could actually see him, and it was a fantastic way of spotting the enemy without the enemy knowing where he was. He managed to get also a fire effect out of those. Well, the spotting badge you get for at least 1,000 hit points of spotted damage, the fire effect for doing more damage than hit points to your own vehicle, patrol duty for spotting at least 6 enemy vehicles and being the only one spotting them when they took damage, and of course the scout badge for spotting at least 9 enemy vehicles, first person to see them. And his win rate for that game was 1856, and the reason that's low is because you don't pick up much in the way of win rate from spotting, but you do certainly pick up a lot of XP from spotting assists. So let's have a look at team scores. Well, when it comes to damage, he didn't get a high amount of damage. He only got 437 hit points of damage. The high scorer was, in fact, the IKV-65-2. He got 1,958, and he picked up a high caliber. The next high scorer was T-3485M. He got 1,354, and the VK-3001D got 1,234. When it came to kills, it was that IKV again. He got 5 kills and 3 kills apiece to the Super Jumbo on our team, and the T-3485 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, well, just look at that. He's right at the top. And of course, the reason for the base XP being so high is because of the spotting assist. 975 for Elirox, 820 for the VK-3001D, and 743 for the IKV-65 Stage 2. So let's have a look at the, or 2, I should say. Let's have a look at the detail report. He fired only 7 rounds of 75mm ammunition. He got 4 direct hits and 4 penetrations. Damage of 437 hit points, of which 332 were at more than 300 meters. He spotted 10 enemy vehicles, 1 more than he needed for the scout badge. He damaged 3 of the enemy, killed 1 of them, and did damage assistance, or spotting assist I should say, of 2,719 hit points. And that's why he got the ace tanker and of course a very high XP. On a free-to-play account, he earned 24,996 credits, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, he took away 19,506 credits. He received 2 bonds, one for getting the patrol duty and one for the scout badge, and he also earned 975 base XP, and there was no multipliers, so that's all he took away. But he said, this is my fave way of playing the ELC biz. Well, it is, and the best thing about that game was the way that he went to the centerline bushes, not to the usual spotting bushes. If you go to those spotting bushes, you're more than likely going to get hit by an Arty round, and that will make your game very, very disappointing, to say the least. The last game I played that on Malinovka, I fired an 8-inch round into a bush like that and penetrated an RU-251 that was sitting in the middle of that bush, and he absolutely had a dreadful battle from there on in, because of course he didn't last very long. So yes, the answer is find a different bush, and there are some bushes you can use. If you enjoyed that replay, please give the video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and we get great replays like this all the time, so do stay tuned, and thanks for watching.